What is going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. So, quick little update. I did just realize in between episodes that I'm actually on somewhat of a time limit here in terms of this playthrough because patch 8 is coming out soon. And patch 8 is going to completely eradicate and break my save because I have mods installed. They're all not going to be compatible anymore. So basically I have the rest of February. This is currently the 7th of February when I'm recording this. So I have only the rest of this month to finish this playthrough and go on at 1 to 2 episodes a day like I do. That's going to be cutting it very, very close. So I'm not going to speedrun the rest of this playthrough, but there are certain things I might have to skip out on and just kind of show the main events instead of doing all the side quests like I have been doing. I'll try and be as thorough as I can while still being concise time-wise because I really don't have all the time in the world to do this here, so with all that being said, we should definitely hop into what we have to do. We'll start with Karlach, because we haven't chit-chatted to Karlach in a very long time. We'll talk to her, then we'll get a long rest in, get all our stuff back, and then we will go ahead to Last Light Inn and get going with this. So, how did you end up with such a contraption in your chest?
The year, 10 air. The place, a sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. She put this thing
I did not mean
in
to
my
skip
chest
that, apologies.
and set me to work. Well, to war.
My
I
mouse is
learned
a little
quick how
sensitive.
to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zariel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know?
Best mistake was trusting a politician.
With people I liked, doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
I think being untrustworthy is kind of a prerequisite to getting into politics in the first place. You kind of need to be capable of shady backroom deals and the rest. What does that infernal engine do to you?
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
What's that been like?
Agonizing. God's what I wouldn't give for a hug. A pat. Anything.
You want a head pat?
I've never met anyone so desperate for a hug as this one right here. Pathetic perhaps, but true. It's my lot to bear, and I bear it badly.
I don't think that's pathetic.
Can't have it all, can you? Not today, at least.
I imagine being somebody incapable of human touch for so long, being deprived of that, I imagine eventually that would drive anybody crazy. Now we'll go chit-chat to Shadowheart. You'll notice she looks different. I did transmog some gear for her. So she still has the same story. Story. That's because I read this. She still has the same setup. All the build is the same. I just changed the appearance of the gear, so... Tell me about your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
For all the reservations I have about Astarion, I'm quite glad you're free. I'm not a fan of slavery. How does someone become a vampire, exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire.
In theory.
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
I imagine there's likely only rare instances in history where that has ever actually occurred. So there's a monster hunter after you.
So it would seem.
That's the girl we met back in the forest.
While stumbling around at night, and that's the last we hear from him.
But why is he hunting you? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped, just like you. It seems Cazador wants me back.
And who is Cazador exactly?
Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
You're sure Cazador's behind this?
It was him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the Gur after me. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me.
Saved you by turning you into a vampire slave?
Well, he didn't mention the slave clause at the time.
And why did the Gur
And now
attack
he
you?
sends a Gur monster hunter for me. It's a message.
Was it just a
He's
robbery?
reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back.
But why capture you? Why not just kill you?
Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me.
Well, you're safe with me.
Safe? You think I'm safe? Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
Alright. What do you suggest?
First, we have to... I don't know. Well, if we kill his lackeys, he'll just send more. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
But what if we kill him? Can't send lackeys if he's dead, and I imagine that frees up all the spawn that he has created. Yeah, as you can see, Shadowheart looking a little different now.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault.
I will happily take the blame for that. She has nothing new to add. So over here would be Gale, Wyll, and Halsin. We will be talking to Halsin soon, but not yet. I think that is a great place to wrap the day.
Playtime's over, pet.
You look different this time.
Oh, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets.
Yeah, you look different.
Devil. And a powerful one at that. They're
You look like
locked
you're not
up in
really
the cult's
here.
Fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out.
You look like a projection. And this is our problem. How exactly?
Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Wyll fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup. or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Wyll to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Wyll out of his pact.
We'll rescue your asset on one condition.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Wyll's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
Trust me.
Wyll relaxes, and your connection fades.
Mizora, we'll rescue this asset if you release Wyll from his pact.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash?
Alright, we got a couple options here. We'll try and remember all we can about devils and their contracts. We need a 14. We're only getting a 3 for a bonus. Oh, come on. We do have inspiration, so we can run that back. Thank you.
You recall an old incantation from a children's story, said to void a devil's contract. Abi diabole et nunquam redi.
Why not?
I've never seen such a fearless display of sheer idiocy. Bravo! Fine, I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favour only upon soul-bearer's fulfilment of related obligation. Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do mind the shadows. They've been especially hungry.
Oh, say what you want about our little nursery rhyme boy there, but he did agree to release him should we save her asset, and I'm sure we can renegotiate later as well, but for now, she at least agreed to amend the pact, so it's progress.
This dark land must be filled with the broken, the beaten, the desperate. The perfect preying ground for a devil who offers a way out for those who sign on the dotted line. I hope we end up seeing our friend Raphael down here somewhere.
And why exactly would you be hoping to see him?
Help me find him, and you'll find out. When I was taken to his house, I was caught off guard. But now I know what to ask for.
You're planning on making a deal with the devil? Your funeral, but why not?
Perfect! I knew you would understand.
You want to sell yourself back into slavery? That's your purview.
What to do?
Not my problem. Whatever he wants to do, whether I consider it foolish or not, it is up to him in the end.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow. Mizora set me on fiends inside and outside the hells. She's never ordered a rescue. Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the blade stands for. Such an asshole.
She'll be gone soon enough. Do this mission, and Mizora will free you from the pact.
Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it, but I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. Can already feel her scheming. She won't let me go without a fuss. Trust me on this.
It's alright, she won't really have much of a choice, and it's not like you do either. Do the mission or rot in the hells.
Not just rot. I'd have to fight. One of those mindless blobs clawing at demons on the front lines of the Blood War.
It's not gonna happen. You mean too much to the Sword Coast.
And it means everything to me.
we won't have you turn into a little blob.
And I know I chose right.
But we are going to try and make you, you know, not be a blob on the front lines and also not be a devil that you currently are.
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
Big dude for a druid. We're in the midst of the shadow curse now. Is there any more you can tell me about how to lift it?
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
We will definitely do that. What should I look for exactly?
I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
Makes sense. Alright, now let's get us some rest. Well needed. There's a lot going on there. We have Wyll being sent on a rescue mission. We have him wanting to find Raphael. Karlach, we're about to go talk to Damon for to see if he can fix her engine. Lae'zel has been sent on a mission from a Kithrak. Betray Vlaakith. There's a lot of intertwining pieces rolling around the board here.
Why did it have to be Mizora? Why did it have to be Zariel? We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? What if it's a runaway like me? Or something far worse?
You heard Mizora. This is the last thing Wyll has to do for her, and he's free.
I want to believe that as much as you do. Almost as much as Wyll does. But I just know there will be more to the story. There always is.
It's a bad idea to play games with the devil. You'd never win. Not ever.
Oh, Karlach, me and you agree on that. Astarion is the only one in this whole camp, I think, that likely has anything to say to Raphael.
The voice of the Absolute is strong here. And getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing. Saving those people in the grove.
I did what I could, but I'm not sure they'll survive out there on their own.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It's not your fault the world is wicked. You did the right thing.
I think doing what you could is about the best thing to do.
He's willing to show.
For all people in life, really. Just do what you can. Don't worry about the rest. What is it?
The voice of the Absolute is stronger this time.
Beneath the resilient veneer, a touch of fragility. He needs comfort.
Pull yourself together. We've got work to do.
I'm sorry. You're right.
We got business.
Doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already.
He keeps telling me that. But there's a lot of true souls that have not turned at all. I almost don't believe that. My transformation.
Yes, but the orders are oddly erratic, as if the Absolute cannot make up its mind. I don't fully understand. In any case, the Absolute knows you carry me with you now. It wants to retrieve me.
Why does the Absolute want you?
I am the only one who can resist the Absolute's influence. Hence its fear of me. Its desperation. Unfortunately, that also means it is dedicating more and more resources to my retrieval. The task ahead is monumental. But we're all that stands between victory for the Absolute and freedom for all. This is not just about you and I anymore. It has become far bigger than us. You must infiltrate Moonrise Towers, discover the secrets of the Absolute, and put an end to it. So we can finally be free. Now I must rest. And you must carry on. Do not let my efforts be in vain.
You say infiltrate, and I say carve my way in and then carve my way out. The deader the better. No need to make such a big fuss about them all and just slaughter them all and get it done. Get our buffs up. Be a hell of a day ahead of us.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
You have this, Scratch.
All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
He gave us salami. You know, I'll take that.
So,
Good supplies for rest.
kids.
Well, isn't it enough that they're beautiful?
Oh my god, soldier. That's Jaheira.
Are you a fan?
The Jaheira.
You know her?
Not personally. I mean, I wish. She's an absolute legend. Years ago, over a century, Jaheira was part of a group that saved Baldur's Gate from Saravok, a Baal sport trying to plunge the city into war. My mum used to tell us stories about them. The legends who protected the city from evil. She said Jaheira was a powerful druid. Adamant. Tough. I've told myself those stories 1,000 times since. I never thought I'd meet Jaheira. She's a hero, and I was always some outer city kid. Can't believe she
Well,
was
you're quite important now.
working together.
You kind of hold the fate of the world in your hands, Karlach. Gammon.
Karlach? I thought you'd be in the city by now. We were ambushed by cultists. Half of us were captured, the other half ran here.
Off the anvil into the forge. We'll find them. Hopefully.
Certainly will try.
You run off into the belly of the beast. There's something I need to tell you. Well, two things. Good news and bad news.
Give us the good news.
I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlach to...
Touch people!
Exactly!
Oh my god. It's really happening. It's been so long. We've got the iron. Let's do this thing!
Hang on! I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
Yeah, sure. But first, fix me. Please.
Go on, give him the iron. Let's make it happen.
Well, all right. This shouldn't take long. Same as last time. You'll need to install it yourself. This should do the trick.
There. So, did it work?
Only one way to find out.
It works.
You feel so nice.
Uh-oh. Yeah, just a hand on the shoulder, Shadowheart.
I can't believe it.
Imagine the glare if I had hugged her.
Thank you, Damon. Thank you so much.
It's the least I could do. Before you go, there's something I need to tell you. That engine of yours, it's contained for the moment, but it's just too hot to exist here in the material plane indefinitely. I know you know that, but the thing is, there's a cure. I wasn't making any headway with the mechanics, none at all. You have to return to Avernus. For good. Or this thing is going to burn you up from the inside out. And sooner than you think.
The minute I set foot back in Avernus, Zarya will force me back into service. I'm not doing her bidding again. I'd rather die.
I get that, but don't rule it out. The world just might be better with you in it. Even in Avernus. I won't stop trying to figure out a cure, but at this point, I think we all have to face the inevitable.
Alright. Thank you, Damon.
Yeah. Apart from the doom and gloom, you've given me more than I could ever hope to repay.
This is purely Karlach's decision.
Good luck.
She can die out here free
Look after yourself.
and enjoy the time that she has left on her own terms. Or she goes back to the Hells and will have to fight for the rest of her long, long days, potentially under the service of the demon she's been trying to evade. I don't even think that's in my purview to consider telling her what to do about it.
This is the best day. The best day!
I really think I have a say in this. I'm so happy for you, Karlach.
I'm so happy for me too. Now I just need to find someone to cuddle up to tonight, and I'll be the happiest woman on the Sword Coast.
What about what Damon said about your engine? We need to get you back to Avernus, or it's going to blow.
Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now, or live 1,000 years in the Hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact.
I respect that.
I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing.
I mean, maybe we could find some kind of solution while she was temporarily down there. But I don't even know how she'd get out without the Nordaloid is how she left. I respect your decision.
Thanks, soldier. Your support means I've got one less thing to worry about. That means a lot to me. You really are the best of the best. Of the best.
Yeah, that's not how she lives and how she dies is her choice. That's one of the big things of freedom, right? Self-determination. I'm not going to force her to go back somewhere she doesn't want to be just so she can live. Live and be what? Miserable? That's not my decision to make. It's Karlach's. If she is telling me that she would rather die than be in the Hells, who am I to tell her she's wrong? It's her emotions.
What now?
It's how she feels. It's not up to me to say no, that's wrong. You should live. You should go in the hells, and I command you to exist miserably for as long as I deem fit. Like, that's not...
Is that?
We're not her god.
No.
We don't make demands like that. We're her friend and her companion, ally, comrade. That's all her decision. I don't have the right nor the feeling of telling her what to do about that.
Please, I just want to be alone.
I remember you. Bex, right? Where's your man?
Gone. Cultists. It was so dark. I didn't realize until the children started screaming. They rounded us up. Cut us up. Said they were taking whoever could still walk to Moonrise Towers. I managed to get away. But my love, Dennis. Martin Dahl, Roshan.
How did you manage to get away?
I've always been good at running. Unlike Dennis, I didn't realize one day our lives would depend on it. I just wish I could have said goodbye.
Is there anything I could do to help?
Not unless you can bring him back. Can you?
I'll do my best to find him, but I can't promise anything.
It's hard to imagine him making it after everything that happened. But if you find him, it would mean the world to me.
I will definitely try for you, Bex. I will do my best, you have my word. If I can reunite them, I'm certainly going to do that. That's the couple that were in the Emerald Enclave talking about how they wanted a cat and a dog when they got to Baldur's Gate. And we said we were just looking for a comfy bar with a fresh beer.
Got to have a plan first.
That's that couple.
Got to trust Jaheira to come up with one.
I don't. That's why we're still standing round.
Alright, I suppose it's time we head inside. Is Mattis? You still peddling wares in here?
Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlach?
You know her?
A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good.
Well, yeah, I guess I was. I mean, you should avoid fighting for devils if you can. But if you can't, it helps to have a good right hook.
I saw you lay out a Moor demon in 2 hits. Bam! Bam! We were all like, whoa! How'd you learn to fight like that?
Had to. Life didn't pull any punches. It was up to me to learn to take a hit and deal one back.
Somewhat of a folk hero here, Karlach.
I want to learn how to fight back too.
From the look of things, you've got your wits about you. A clever mind and a bit of style will take you a long way. Fight with those, and you may find you never need to use your fists at all.
Indeed.
In that case, want to buy a lucky ring I found?
Alright, relax, Mattis. We won't be,
Nice try, Shorty. Keep it up, though, and you'll be scamming with the greats in no time.
You won't be scanning my party members. You already tried to scam me once. Kid really looks up to you. It's nice to see.
It is, isn't it? Hope he makes it out of this mess with his wits in one piece. I'd like to see him set up in a proper home in the city. Every kid deserves that.
Last light.
We'll see what we can make happen for him.
We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need?
Impressive. You got any stock for an extra special customer like me?
I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone, but I do have something pretty special in stock. A key. What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out. Mole gave it to me and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old jackaday.
If it was worth any coin, do you think Mol would have given it to you? 14. Oh, no. We're not gonna do that. to charm him. Why can't I have guidance, Shadowheart? Is there a reason why you won't give me guidance? We rolled it anyway.
I mean, maybe.
Maul knows it'll be safer with me. So do you. Still not willing to give me any advantage on this. Well, we rolled it anyway, thankfully.
But she put me in charge of the shop. I thought... Never mind. Here. You can have it then. Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock. What can I get you?
Now we will take a look at your wares. You have another cloak. Cunning broom. When the wearer disengages, they also create a foggy cloud within a 2-meter radius. Yep, we'll take that. Like I said, kind of adventurer doesn't have a cloak.
Pleasure.
Pleasure doing business with you. Go ahead and yoink that on. Doesn't look half bad. Needs to be dyed. Send this to me.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more
I'm
interest.
buying that with that. Slam that dye on it, and that's what we look like now.
Looking ahead.
So here's Jaheira.
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
Theris. Alfira's here.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too.
I heard what happened. The people were taken to Moonrise.
I keep replaying it. Over and over in my head. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue.
How did you survive?
Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here.
Roland, the apprentice wizard.
Yes. He shielded me and the kids, while his brother and sister rushed the cultists. Cal and Leah were dragged away, along with the others. Roland isn't taking it so well.
Yeah, I imagine. It's his brother and his sister, right?
To be honest. How do you do it?
He never was one for the hero complex. It helps to remember what is at stake. I fight for nature, balance. I fight for life itself.
You're made of sterner stuff than me, then. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit.
Don't worry. I'll find them.
Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can.
I'll certainly give it my best shot.
All right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Alright, I know Roland's gonna be taking that hard.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest.
There's another bottle of Arabellan Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Jaheira said we should serve drinks, but that we shouldn't serve drunks.
Jaheira didn't save your ragged little tail from the cultists. I did.
Alfira told me you're the reason her and the kids escaped.
Cute. Maybe she'll write a ballad about me. She can leave out the part where my brother and sister were dragged away screaming while I was saving the orphans.
Don't do that to yourself.
If you hadn't filled their heads with all that self-righteous heroic crap at the Grove, none of this would have happened.
Yeah, you don't want to do this to yourself. You know where they are.
Dead for all I know. Or in the cult's tower with the others who were taken.
If they're alive, I'll rescue them.
They're my responsibility. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this.
You won't fix much, shit-faced.
If this is about Roland, go away.
I'm sorry he was mean.
He acts like he wished we weren't here. Like he wished he hadn't saved us.
But he did save you. That's what matters.
And now we're just trying to save him from drinking himself stupid.
I get it. You were trying to look after him.
Yeah. He did save us after all. Anyway, it's his loss.
What do you mean, his loss?
I found this book. Old, dusty, full of strange lettering. Pretty sure it's magic. I was gonna give it to Roland so he could learn new spells, you know? Beats drinking till he forgets the ones he knows.
Can I have it?
It's for Roland.
Do you really want to give it to him after how he acted? Still no advantage from Shadow. Roll the nat 20.
Fine. Huh? Where is it? I must have dropped it. Well, you can look for it if you want.
You didn't have it anyway, huh?
I'm sick of talking. You can go now. Bye-bye.
He dropped it or it got yoinked. Is this it? The Way of the Wanderer? Surely not.
See what this does.
Have a gander at the finest stock.
No, it's not.
What's in here?
Can I just freely lockpick this?
Trust no one.
Seems like I might be able to.
With pleasure.
Doesn't seem like anybody's upset about it.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Premium trinkets and doodah.
May the Moon Maiden protect us. I delayed meeting with Morfred, only to find the entire masonry had been raided, and all its inhabitants taken for questioning. I doubt I'll ever see my brother again. If they get to him, I'll be next. One look at my shrine will tell on me. But I could not, would not, deny Our Lady of Silver, even under the pain of what Ketheric has promised any who do not convert. Forced conversions to Lady Shah, huh?
Need to.
Last night's best bargains right here.
Well, well, Astarion. Looks like you're gonna get your chance. His Majesty. Let's talk to the kiddie.
Hiss! I say hiss!
You're very scary. Easy, kiddie. I mean, you no harm.
And yet you harm me by your very presence. This is my territory, and you're in it.
My intentions are pure. I only wanted to admire you up close.
I'll allow it.
Quite the specimen you are. How did you come to this place?
I slinked, of course.
A cat with an ego, huh? You seem like someone who knows what he's about. Bet anything interesting around here?
Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar.
Which
She promised
cleric?
me a bit of milk. But do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful.
We can leave that there, I think. Now, Brachus, do you finally have a plan to get into Moonrise? Be more than happy to help.
What's up for discussion?
Ah! You found your way. Good.
What are you doing here?
I thought I'd scout ahead. Check for any nasty surprises. Of which I found a great deal.
And what did you find?
Shades, death, harpers, flaming fist, and this, of course. And the makings of an alchemist's workbench. Ingredients, too. There's a recipe I'm trying to replicate. Something that might help you. That is, if you're still going to help Wulbren and the others.
I certainly am.
In that case, you'll be very pleased to learn what I have in store for you. A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. I call it The brilliant retort. You'll need it if you're going to survive this cursed place. You'll need it if you're going to get into Moonrise Towers and help the deep gnomes taken prisoner there. You'll need it if you're going to save Wulbren.
I will accept any assistance you can get. I thought that was your mission.
Let's call a thing a thing. A deep gnome won't get far into the Absolute's orgy of evil. We already learned that in the Underdark with those sadistic Dwergar, didn't we?
Well, I'm glad he's finally decided to accept my assistance.
You, on the other hand, have proven resourceful in such infiltrations.
Quiet.
I'll do my part according to my talents. And you, I hope, will do yours. The brilliant retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it.
And I will gladly accept. I like the name. What's it do?
Let's not ruin the surprise. You do whatever it is you do.
Oh, I'll happily take some bombs to throw around. I would gladly. So, I have a suspicion. One thing, or problem rather, with the transmog mod is sometimes it puts traits on things it shouldn't be on. Now you see right there it says uncommon medium armor, but it also says not proficient with heavy armor. So I'm maybe thinking that the reason why my guidance just isn't existing currently on any of these potential roles is because I think the game is treating her like she's wearing heavy armor, and I think it might be messing her up a little. So
let's move.
What we can do is we'll take that. We do need to send that back to Shadow. We're going to try and fix this. So if anybody uses my mod recommendations and you run into this issue, this might help. We are looking for... Where is it? It looks like a little crystal. Had it since the start of the game, so you would imagine it would be quite easy to find. There it is. So, that's Shadow. Combine this with this. And now she's wearing luminous armor. There's no heavy armor on her at all now, so we'll dip that off and throw it back on. It's still black and red, so there's no problem there.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Let's reset our helmet aesthetics too. Which do I prefer? I think I like this one a little more. Okay, so we'll leave her with that.
I've got a long road ahead.
And now let's see what's going on here.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
What's going on here?
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief.
You actually did.
Do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Moll's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
We can do some sleight of hand trickery here. We do have a plus roll from dexterity. And now we can have guidance. So it must have been the armor thing that I was talking about. Okay, well we got guidance now. Beautiful. Here you go, Moll. I hope you are smart enough to take advantage. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to hit the board. My mistake.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you?
Whatever he said, don't take the offer, kid. Never worth it.
What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked.
Please let me smack this creep.
She cheated, of course, but that's half her charm.
And what is the other half?
My favorite kind. Ambition. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Now, let's talk about you.
It looks like Astarion's about to get exposed.
Something you want to ask me?
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business. Devil. Well, a long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
What are you talking about, Astarion? What scars?
You haven't told them? And you've kept your clothes on this whole time. How unlike you. Why not let them see? Don't be shy.
God damn it.
Don't worry. I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
That must have hurt to be carved.
Well, now you know.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? I could have helped.
Perhaps I should have. I'm not exactly used to asking for help and being met with, well, help. But what's
That's
done is
fair.
done, so how about we stop talking about
We can all be stubborn sometimes and not ask for things we need.
Although I should probably get dressed first.
You think? Yeah, we got some inspiration there for helping Moll with the chess game.
How much farther can I go?
Alright, Jaheira, you said you wanted to talk to me. What can we do for you? We'll save up before we chit-chat to her.
We just wait. Hope the truth.
Please, be welcome. Have a drink.
Oh my gods!
To your very good health.
You trying to take advantage of me, Jaheira?
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering.
Cloth grass. I suppose I should be grateful you didn't use Vinian's breath.
A paralyzing agent? Oh, I do not think we're quite so far gone. Yet.
Sure. I have nothing to hide.
Bottoms up. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
It's trying to change me, to win me over, but I'm resisting its temptations. Let's go with the druid response, actually. The flowing river changes. It is still a river. I am still me.
But a river can flood and break its banks. If the parasite changes you, tries to break you, could you resist?
Yes.
Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
If he's back, perhaps you should have hit him harder in the first place.
Believe me, he was well and truly dead. I locked his corpse in the Thorn Mausoleum myself. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorn live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope.
Now how the hell do we kill an invincible man?
You are that hope.
I think you don't put too much pressure on me, do you? What do you have in mind?
Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
Druids and Harpers reuniting to fight Ketheric once more. It is fitting. We will free this land of him.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. Just be sure it doesn't make you leap before you look.
Not in the habit of
Infiltrate
that.
the towers, and Ketheric's downfall begins. What's more, you'll find the cure for that thing in your head.
You
Any
think?
cure starts with understanding the disease.
Had a lot of people promises that already.
Using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet.
That is part of the bargain I'll happily agree to. How do I reach him? The towers are surrounded by shadows.
You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Well, I guess that's decided then. We have back here in this room I'm not allowed to look at on the map.
And I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that.
What's hiding here?
Eli's doing her best. It shows no signs of breaking. We can wait. But Baldur's Gate can't. If you have an alternative in mind, please do.
Here's Counsellor Florrick.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers?
Not yet. What's with the fellow in the cart?
Isobel cleared this place, and he just appeared. We think he's staying at the inn when the curse fell, which means he's been trapped inside for a century. It beggars belief he's alive at all. Hopefully, he'll come round. Tell us something useful about getting through the shadows. Right now, he seems to have little more to him than a refrain from some song or other.
What can you tell me about Isobel?
Cleric of Selûne. She's got a room upstairs if you want to meet her. Just don't interrupt her while she's doing whatever it is that keeps this place shadow-free.
The powerful cleric to be able to mess with the shadow curse like that. I doubt that man will recover anytime soon. Actually, I'd like to talk to him.
Wouldn't we all? I'm not even sure he's fully conscious, but unfortunately, I won't be here when he comes around. I'm heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Holy shit. That's my old boss. The guy who sold me to Zariel.
Who is this Lord Gortash?
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives. Except those of our enemies.
We're only a hop and a skip away from that in the modern world.
Prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance.
And my own.
Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
Betrayals.
You'll be the first to know.
Flame Colour. That's your name, isn't it? Art Colour? I'm Fistular.
We know the word Thaniel. It's the spirit Halsin told us about.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
I've heard the name Thaniel from a friend of mine, Halsin.
Really? Could you bring him here? You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you, sir?
Let me have a look at him.
If you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
Right, we'll try medicine first. Observe his current condition.
The patient is physically well, but psychologically detached, dissociated from himself.
He's been in the Shadowfell. All memories will have been stripped away. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe?
Take an investigation. Take a closer look at him. If there's something we're missing.
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
Did you check for personal effects?
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway.
But he likes instruments. Blame Cullagh. Do you know where you are?
If he does, he isn't sane.
Alright.
Some parchment there. Looks official.
Signee Art Cullagh, rank flame, objective to obtain information about current activities in Moonrise Towers and its environs. Headed by Ketheric Thorm of the region's ancestral Thorm family. Orders. Take lodging in the Last Light Inn and begin investigation in the local House of Healing. Reports indicate corruption, but no corroboration has yet been obtained. Note. The region's Thorm family are long-standing devotees of Selûne, but rumors indicate a Sharan enclave might be gaining momentum. Investigate and report.
So he was at the House of Healing. Wonder what he found.
He was at the House of Healing and he likes music.
Couple hints to
go on.
Lord now. I'd like to clap eyes on this steel watch of his. You already know the story. I was Gortash's bodyguard, loyal as they come, when he made the deal with Zariel. She got a test subject for her infernal engine. I never found out what he got. This is the kind of man who gets a title. Authority. Makes me sick.
Me too. A man like that has no place in power.
No. But they always seem to get it, don't they?
But we are headed for Baldur's Gate. If we make it through the Shadow Curse, Karlach, we might be able to do something for you about that. Let's go to Campro first. Only dipping in here briefly. We gotta tell Halsin about this guy. Maybe he'll want to come talk to him. What can I do for you, Wyll?
A blushing apple begging to be plucked? Raphael's angling for the girl's soul.
Maul's an obstinate one. If she's of a mind to team up with Raphael, there's no changing it.
She's stubborn, yes. Bold as a lamb cavorting in a lion's den. But as ambitious as she is, Maul's no fool. One way or another, she'll see there's no winning Raphael's game, and she'll walk away.
I would like to believe that. For her sake, I hope you're right.
You've seen what happens when a bound soul reaches for freedom. I can't imagine what cruel penance Maul would pay if she were ever to resist that fell bastard.
I wonder what she even asked for. Halsin.
You wish to speak?
There's a flaming fist at last light. The curse has left him insensible, but he's muttering about a boy called Daniel.
He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
Absolutely. Won't take long. We're already there.
Has he shown any sign of coming to his senses?
None. His wits have departed him, I fear.
Do not give up hope just yet.
Daniel and me.
It's true then. He's met Daniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Daniel.
I'll see what I can do.
I don't deserve you, my friend.
We already know enough. We investigated a fair amount. The House of Healing seems like a good place to check first. But I'm afraid that is going to be a little down the line. Now we're going to run this episode a little longer still, like the last one. I'm going to try and get longer chunks done, I think, so that we can speed up this process.
That's worth a cheer at the very least.
What we need to do for right now is meet this cleric everybody seems so enthralled with. And totally loot her out while she's busy. Let's completely fleece her while she can't look and notice what we're doing. Maybe she has something interesting on telling of her person. Crescent moon earring. Like that. Still in an amulet. Little still in a robe. Isabel's diary. Ever since I returned, there's been a filth in me. I feel it in my very lungs. I cannot get it out. It will never out. This death that reeks within me. There are some things even the Moon Maiden cannot heal. There are some things she would never accept in her devoted. I should never have come back. He risen from the dead. Came back in dirt, filth in her lungs. Sure sounds like a resurrection.
Listen.
Powerful cleric indeed.
I didn't realize I had an audience.
The disgust
The
with
true
Shadowheart.
soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isobel. Pleased to meet you.
Save you? How do you figure that?
We've been waiting, hoping against hope, for someone like you. Free from the Absolute's influence, yet able to walk among cultists. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. Let me guess. Jaheira sent you to beg a protection spell off her favorite cleric.
That's about the gist of it.
Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. It won't be enough to protect you against the areas of utter darkness, though, where the curse is strongest. This lantern should, though.
You must know this curse well to offer this blessing. Can you tell me any more about its unnatural source?
No, I cannot. I simply impart the blessings the Moon Maiden provides me. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong.
Hello, Isobel.
Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you?
You don't look like a fist anymore.
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me, and you can hear all about it from Ketherick himself.
He is not blessed. He is corrupted. Unnatural.
Pathetic. The Absolute sees all, you fool.
The Absolute. Of course. You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketherick will never give you whatever it is you've been promised.
He already has. Time to go, Isobel.
Weapon you have there, bud. Alright, so the general problem here is that if she takes too much damage, she's going to die, and he's going to drag her off. And everybody here is dead, because without her, this Moon Maiden barrier is gone. And so, the solution to that is, as obvious as it may seem, is to not let her take too much damage. Which also means we're gonna have to do our best to turn this asshole into Swiss cheese.
Can't stay idle.
In order to do that, we're basically just gonna spam everything we can possibly spam. Every spell, every minion, every heal spell is all gonna go to Isobel. Whatever we can do here to get this guy dead is what we're gonna do. And then we're just gonna form a line around Isobel and keep her alive best we can. Oh, he's cooked. With advantage too, it's over. Go reckless.
Come along, Isobel.
That won't be happening. Shadow. Introduce him to some radiance. And he's dead.
On I go.
Blood didn't affect him already. You're gonna guard the door.
You'll make excellent fertilizer. Take fuel.
Her health is a little low for my taste. Let's do what we can for Isobel.
Your penance will be paid now.
We can't afford for her to get dragged off here. Everybody in this place will die if she does. Alright. Lily up. Thought he was about to jump through the ceiling right then. Help me out. Alright, Astarion, let's make the magic happen here.
Can't even catch my breath. Take you.
Give her as much healing as we can.
My turn.
Karlach.
Say bye-bye.
Beautiful. I want you to get all the way up in this thing's grill. Back it up for me. Yeah, stay up on close to it.
My faith will protect
Gonna make a giant shield wall around Isobel at this point.
Got to press on.
Block that off with your presence. Beautiful, Isabella. Good job. You don't get to just walk past my people like that. You weren't saved from Radiant Orb. Alright, Woad, you already have Shillelagh. Let's see what you're capable of. Good job. I think we don't have much to worry about at this point. I think we've secured Isobel. Not gonna ease off until it's done, though. Halsin, you want to get in on some of this action, or are you just securing Cullagh? There we go. I'm curious to see what he's capable of. all trying to get some. See one enemy left alive here.
A better position.
Naturally. Walk you up a little. You can still do something.
Where do I go from here?
Alright.
And away I go.
You have a sideline for that? You do. My dual wield mod is giving me some trouble again, but I remember how to fix it, thankfully.
Count on me.
I'll cut him off, Karlach. I got fucking linebacker. Alright, Shadow.
On I go.
Beautiful. Pretty much whatever turn this thing takes, it's gonna die.
Take
Perfect. Whew. We did manage to secure Isobel.
Can't slow down. What's inside?
There's an illithid parasite in that corpse. You should take a look.
No.
Isobel, are you all right?
I'm fine.
You secured her.
Marcus has been with us since the start. They've been tracking us this whole time. And that was no random attack. You were the target, Isobel. They know how important you are. But they don't know about you. Ketheric will strike again. We need you to strike first. Discover the source of his invulnerability. Make him mortal so we can make him bleed. Good luck.
Aye, aye.
We're in more danger than I knew. If something happens to me, everyone in this inn is dead. Like that.
I won't let that happen. But why target you?
Pull the right prick, and the whole tower goes tumbling down. Seluna gave me the power to protect this place. But I can't keep it up forever.
But why specifically you?
Such magic. It's draining.
Couldn't they just send winged horrors here to kill everybody? Why kidnap you? They didn't want to kill you, they wanted to take you. You said come with me, not die.
Now that we have you, perhaps we have a chance.
Once I take Ketheric's head, you'll be safe again.
No mercy. For Ketheric will have none on you. End this.
We'll try.
We should ask someone else.
Why are you acting like I can't touch you? I have no intention of fucking with that mind flayer parasite. Torch it. Burn it to cinders. Shouldn't be allowed to exist. Okay. Well, I'm very glad we secured Isobel. And we already have 2 of our swarm up. We had to use a lot of spell slots. Where are we? What path are we taking to get down there? Interesting. Huh. Well. I'm not sure why my guy decided to, yeet. But I suppose it doesn't really matter. We got where we wanted to go.
Stairs and moans.
I don't know, guys. It's fine. Jaheira won't even notice.
Oh,
Even if she did, it doesn't matter. Mole needs us.
get to join me, everybody.
We need a plan.
Okay.
What's next?
I don't know why you all came on the roof. I really don't. What are we? Okay. How about this? How about you all go back inside and take the safe way. How about that? No. Here's the deal. You're gonna go down the safe way. Yes. You're gonna go down there too. And then the part you're not understanding, seemingly, is that you just head down this way and you don't have to yeet yourself and break your ankles. I know, it's a marvelous invention. It's called Walkways and Stars.
There's no time to waste.
Real 21st century stuff.
Let's try this way.
I'm gonna lose my mind if you keep trying to jump. Right here. Right there.
I'm ready. No time for Danny.
Have you figured out the path in there? Bravo.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, that's a weird issue that was happening right there. Not sure why they decided to do all that, but
quick step.
Oh, guys.
It's fine.
Jaheira won't even notice we're gone. Even if she did, it doesn't matter. Mole needs us. I know.
can you figure it out now? No, they can't. This building just breaks the pathing, I suppose. Just come down here.
Soldier.
If you get to there, then you might, perhaps you can figure it out. Right there.
No time to rest.
Surely if they stand right there, they can just take a few steps forward. Right?
Patrols report more activity among the cultists, Mum.
Bravo.
Preparing to march, I wager. Seems that way.
We'll take one short rest.
Seems someone's been skimming our
She did a
supplies.
great job
Is anyone
Since
keeping
we
an eye on those children?
lost all of our health jumping off the tower.
Best be on my way.
Slight detention, so okay. Evidence chest, I'll just take the coin.
Anything of use?
So okay. Shadow, you're the one that's holding my bombs. Sweet potato there. Right, what I need to do, I need to take those swords off and re-equip those so my dual wield thing works again. And now if we attack, beautiful, both working again.
Come on, let's go.
Karlach, you like breaking shit, right? Good some what for? That's smoke powder. Don't give that one what for.
Let's go.
No secret room back here.
Had a bag of holding.
Interesting.
Let's see.
Astarion, the perfect vampire for the job.
Interesting times.
And that will somewhat take care of that. Let me see. That's where we came in. Doesn't look like we missed any chests.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Oh, another thing we actually need to do. She gave us a moon lantern, which was stolen from us by the other fists.
Still breathing.
We got it back now.
Despite everything.
If we run into any shadow curse issues, we can take care of it.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
A very cheeky trap.
Let's crack it open.
Pick it for me.
What to do?
Coruscation Ring. Arcane Radiance. When the wearer deals spell damage while illuminated by a light source, they also inflict radiating orb upon the target for 2 turns. That is the perfect ring for Shadowheart. That's part of her little build thing we're going for. So you do need to come down here for that. And we have a door. Takes us to.
Have to keep going.
Vines we can walk up. And we have a mean lock.
Keep a blade close.
What is a mean lock?
With pleasure.
Oh, gods, what now?
Well, go find out.
Look deadly. Stay on your guard.
Time for a cull.
This is our last little fight for the day. Then I'll wrap the episode once we take care of this basement. We pretty much took care of all of Last Light Inn once we finished this encounter, so...
Blood comes easy these days.
Perhaps I'll leave that, actually. I'll let them make their move first. Yeah, because they all need to dash into us anyways. I have a perfect plan to cut them off from the line. Well, the shadow teleport makes that a little complicated, actually. Big place. A lot of these little shits here, too. Alright. Time to get this going. Just drop that there. Do what we can. Pop Chalet. Bash the shit out of him. Now it's our turn to get back. Piece it up for me, Karlach. I'm gonna put you right here, so if this thing tries to move, you're gonna smoke it. Can you nibble? You can.
Can't afford to let up.
Time to push my luck again.
That's because we have Ryan. Nothing to be scared of. What are you gonna do about it, little thing? Beautiful opportunity attack. Beautiful spirit guardians too. Take a heal and just bash this thing. Good try, good enough. Be good for me, Karlach. Thank you.
Aye, aye.
Stop forming this little line around each other. Beautiful. No more fear. That has 2 health.
Time to deal some.
You'll just die from me running in. You move up and hold the line with your spirit guardians. We'll stay close just in case. And these should take care of themselves once they run in. They're gonna go through spy growth and then directly into spirit guardians. Yeah, I didn't think they'd end up wanting the smoke on that. Nothing really for them to do. Shove you back into the spike growth.
The dance macabre.
You are dead.
No escape.
You're not dead, but you did get a start made on.
Survival is all that matters.
Come on in. Spike growth can go now. Oh, you're frightened, okay. Still hit it though, even scared.
Concentrate.
You're being an annoying little shit, aren't you? Here. Stuck on that.
Well, so much for peace.
Call that a frighten this. Bleed. Let's take that out. Okay. Well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna kill yourself. Okay, thank you. Dragged that on longer than it needed to be dragged on, didn't he? I will take the covert cowl. That sounds like it might be a little spicy for Astarion, so we'll give it to him.
What path lies before me? Let's have a look.
Here is a Selûne temple.
The Selûnite shrine, hidden away.
Perhaps they had no choice but to hide.
Halford's notes. Hidden amidst columns detailing the income and expenditure of a tavern is an aside, written in tiny, urgent handwriting. I have concealed the sacred relics of our revered goddess in the darkest corner of this place. Morfred, my loyal brother, seeks to forge a network of allies to stand against the oppressive reign of Ketheric Thorm. Sadly, fear has gripped the hearts of many, turning them away from our cause. I cannot truly blame them, for trepidation fills my soul as well. But I must put aside my own fears and reunite with Morfred in the bowels of the Masons' Guild. Together, we shall preserve what we can of the Moon Maiden's light, and hope that the banners of the faithful soon rise again that treacherous dog Thorm. That's like a side entrance key. I'll take all the silver goodies too, honestly. Yeah, I love Selûne as well.
Selûne idol, really? Are you in need of a paperweight?
Something like that. Prayer book too. The Shadow's Dismay. Alright. We had a lot of weight right there. What's weighing us down so much? Oh, I can take that. Shadow, you can have that just for the funnies. Oh, we have 2 idols of Selûne. That makes sense. Portraits. Gilded Portrait of Nobles. We've read that. And perhaps that's where they hid the stuff.
Attention!
Karlach, you have the perfect key for this.
Look what we have here. What next?
And this is where we first came in, so there was a cheeky little side entrance there. We got out and up. Where does this take us? Seems like there's a path up here. Or perhaps there is no path up from here. Thought that there was, but it doesn't seem that there is. Alright.
No one stopped.
Well, if that's the case, let's go head on back.
At the ready.
I'll let the AI decide what the fastest way back is. We just need to get here. Whatever you deem is the best way. Especially after the last debacle. Knotted roots. Okay, yeah, this is the side path I was looking for. My mistake. Never fear. I have the torch the Moon Maiden gave us. Big stand, rustic chairs. Hymns for the gone. What do we have in this opulent chest?
Keep your distance.
Astarion. Lockpick this for me.
I've got a long road ahead.
We have Penumbral Armor. While obscured, the wearer gains a +3 bonus to stealth checks. Again, really good for Astarion. Alright, let's check where this put us.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
This put us right outside Last Light. Kind of a house on the hill.
That might be worth a look.
I bet it would be. But basically, we're gonna have to keep this little moon torch out the entirety of the time we're here, so... If you like having your hands free, you're shit out of luck. And back at once. No thank you, we already have a light source for it. We'll be just fine. Yeah, and as I said, that does pretty much take care of Last Light Inn. This is the back entrance with the repulsion mines. We've had a fair share of experience with them. There is things to do back here, for example, but that's for later. We'll come back there way later, actually. And there's, of course, this place. But nothing really to, so to speak, to show of. Now that we're tight on time for the series, what I'll probably end up doing is little things that I don't think need to be shown, I'll probably just won't show.
What's that?
And then I'll make sure that I'm recording for the main beat. So I'll probably make progress in between episodes, which is unfortunate. I didn't really want to do that, but time is of the essence, since I decided to make this around the time where they were coming up with a update that's going to change all the game files and break my mods, and thus break my playthrough, so...
Victims of the Shadow Curse. At least they were afforded a burial.
That is unfortunately the way that it'll have to go. I'll make sure that nobody misses the important stuff.
Someone caved this flaming fist's face in. Grim.
Shield. That gives a shield blast from blaze in retaliation. So we'll take them. I'm not gonna use them, but we'll take them.
With haste.
Yeah, I'll make sure we won't miss any important things, any main locations, anything that is of interest or importance. I will make sure is very much in the videos. It'll just be little side stuff that I've been making a point to show out and all that kind of thing. That's the kind of stuff that we'll be missing from now on. Just don't have time to leave it all in, unfortunately. You can blame Larian for being such a good studio that they consistently update their game with free content. I probably should have looked into the fact that they were updating that in March and then waited until after March to do my thing, but alas. We deal with the hands we are dealt. I think we still have plenty of time to make a really good series out of this, so... All that being said, and that rant aside, thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, there is of course a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Baldur's Gate 3. Take care everybody, have a great day.